CPI, it means for the Consumer Price Index. What is the Consumer Price Index? Well, it rates how much prices have gone up over a specific amount of time, and they do it over a month-to-month basis. Now, the CPI does not include food and energy. So if you don't need to eat and you don't need energy to live, there's no inflation. But if you need food and energy, you'll notice that price has gone a lot higher, right, than that they're reporting, the 6% or 6.8%. Now, what they tend to do from time to time when the inflation is getting out of control and they don't want you to know that it is getting out of control, is that they change how it works, how it's calculated, so that it looks better. They do this every single time ever since they unpegged the US dollar from gold. Once they did that, the CPI right now, if we were to use the CPI from way back in the early 70s, you'll notice that the inflation rate is approximately 20 to 25%. That's the CPI based on the 70s method of calculation. Today, it's a lot lower because, well, you know what? Certain things have been done to the CPI, such as substitution. So if you were to be buying steak today, because, hey, you know what? Steak is what you like to eat, and steak before, and then today you're eating ground beef. Well, you're still eating beef, right? It's just not steak, but because it's cheaper, you're using that. So that means prices haven't gone up because you're buying you're still eating. So this is the means that they use, one of the methods they use in order to create a lower inflation number. Now, I did use a food example, but because they don't add food. Another example is with hedonics, where, hey, you know what? Wait a minute. You've got a new cell phone, right? The cell phone price, like for example, cell phone prices in most countries for iPhones has gone up significantly. So, but in the United States, not so much, or not at all. But whenever there's an upgrade, what happens is they take the upgrade. If the price hasn't gone up, right, and it stayed the same, they discount it, saying, well, you've got a new cell phone with more features, so you've saved money. And you're like, what? so it helps reduce the CPI, right, by having it go negative. Okay, my top 5 coins. Well, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin. Let's see here, Doge and Shiba. Okay, what about Waffles? Anna, how's Waffles? Is she there with you? Okay, she's not on your desk or on your lap right now. Okay. All right, so Waffles is fine. Thank you for asking. She really appreciates that. Do you think Shiba will ever get to $1? No. Absolutely not. You'll be lucky if it gets to a penny. Wow. Shiba's a fun coin. Please do not invest all your money in any of the meme coins. This is something you throw money at, and small amounts of money, and hope for the best. They will go up. They will do well. So when you do get a return on any of the meme coins, please take profits. Take profits right away. You start taking profits. Yes, even don't get that FOMO. Oh man, but it could go higher nonsense. Take profits. The meme coins will not survive long term, but they will be around for a while. Okay, what about Singularity Net? Oh yeah, well, you know what? It's every once in a while. If you know, the AI craze has just gone ever since we had invented the Chat GPT and they made that public. Any AI coin has done significantly well. Now they've only ridden off of the hype. There is no real value if that ChatGPT did not show up, it would have been some other segment of the cryptocurrency world that would have pumped, and that's just the way it is. They didn't come up with something new, something badass. Maybe the Singularity Net has the best product out there, but probably it's not ready for anything. Yeah, in my estimation. I don't know for sure, so I haven't looked into it. Luna C and Luna 2 options, no, please stay away from that. Any algorithmic coin that uses another coin to leverage as support is a bad idea. Bad idea. Now, if you use if the coin, like for example, what do I mean by leverage, right? Meaning that if you could always take X, Y, Z coin, you could get, like for example, what Luna did, right? If you had a Luna dollar, right, which stayed at $1, you can always and if it was less than $1, you could always take that Luna dollar and convert it to $1's worth of their unstable coin, right? And that may sound like a good idea that that's going to you're basically backing it up with the Luna dollar with an unstable coin. But the problem is that unstable coin is subject to the market forces, and so it is not a good idea. It doesn't matter if you like overback it, right? It will not work out in the long run, because the markets will manipulate the other side, the unstable valuation, easily. Now, if you create it based on loans, where you liquidate somebody, that's a totally different animal. That works long term, but nothing else will. The reason why is because if the price of the backing drops, right, and somebody else is holding that backing, they have a liquidation price that's higher than the what's it called, the value of the dollar, the dollar that there would be that the people who are holding the dollars for, the dollar's stable coin for. So there's never a worry, especially with the Maker DAO. Maker is the best of the stable coins out there for you to use. Maker DAI is one of the best in my personal opinion. Benefits of subscribing to Telegram. Well, you'll have access to trades where you can see some cool trades that you can make, and also what I'm doing with my little lady strategy. So that's the cool benefits, and you'll have access to this video, this live stream. Normally what I do is I leave them unlisted in the Telegram group so that you have access to them all the time, and so you can see them the whole video, right? Not just what the public generally sees. So that's the value of subscribing. Well,